Have you ever wondered which cities would be the first to be struck in a nuclear war? It's a morbid curiosity, isn't it? Rest assured, our exploration today is purely academic, a hypothetical plunge into a chilling scenario. We're not forecasting gloom or advocating for such actions. Rather, we aim to broaden our understanding of global strategic points and their potential vulnerabilities. So, buckle up for a ride into this grim speculation. Let's delve into this dark conjecture, starting with our number 10. At number 10, we have Pyongyang, the capital of North Korea. Known as the heart of the Hermit Kingdom, this city's position on our list might come as no surprise. Pyongyang's prominence stems from its role as the hub of North Korea's political and military operations, including its nuclear program, which has been a point of contention for decades. North Korea's strained relations with several nations around the globe, largely due to its nuclear pursuits and alleged human rights violations, make Pyongyang a potential target in our hypothetical scenario. It's a chilling thought, considering the city's population of over 3 million people. While the North Korean government maintains a veil of secrecy over its operations, it's widely accepted that the nation possesses nuclear capabilities. This, coupled with its unpredictable foreign policy, puts Pyongyang in the crosshairs in the event of a nuclear conflict. Moving on from the Hermit Kingdom, we head to our next city. Coming in at number 9 is Tehran, the capital city of Iran. Tehran is not just the political capital of Iran, but also its largest city and the economic and cultural heart of the nation. This makes it a potential target in the event of a nuclear conflict. Iran's nuclear program is a topic of global concern and has been the source of international tensions for several years now. Despite numerous sanctions and diplomatic efforts, Iran has continued to develop its nuclear capabilities. This has prompted fears that Tehran could be a potential target should a nuclear war break out. The city's strategic location in the Middle East, along with its nuclear facilities, make it a potential hotspot in a nuclear conflict scenario. The international community's concern over Iran's nuclear ambitions only heightens Tehran's vulnerability. From the Middle East, we shift our focus to the east. At number 8, we find Beijing, the bustling capital of China. This metropolis is more than just a hub of culture and history, it's the beating heart of one of the world's foremost superpowers. Over the past few decades, China's global influence has surged, making it a key player on the world stage. China's military prowess is formidable, with one of the largest standing armies in the world. This power, combined with the country's growing economic might, makes Beijing an important strategic target in the unthinkable event of a nuclear conflict. As the political and economic nerve center of the country, Beijing is where key decisions are made, where policies are crafted, and where the future of China is shaped. The city's significance extends well beyond its borders, influencing international relations, global economies, and military strategies. In the shadow of this hypothetical nuclear conflict, Beijing's prominence on a global scale cannot be understated. Next, we move to a city in a different hemisphere. At number 7, we find Moscow, the capital city of Russia. Moscow is more than just the administrative center of Russia. It's the nerve center of a country that boasts one of the world's most formidable nuclear arsenals. The city's significance as a potential target stems from its role in the Cold War, a time when nuclear tensions between Russia and the West were at their height. Even today, the echoes of that era continue to influence global politics. Russia's geopolitical tensions, particularly with NATO countries, further underline Moscow's importance in this unimaginable scenario. And let's not forget, Moscow also houses the Kremlin, the heart of Russian political power. In the unthinkable event of a nuclear strike, Moscow's status as a military and political powerhouse makes it a prime target. As we delve into this grim topic, we're reminded of the devastating consequences of nuclear warfare. Now let's cross the Atlantic for our next city. At number 6, we have Washington, D.C., the capital of the United States. This city, a symbol of freedom and democracy, is not just the political heart of the nation, but also a pivotal player in global politics. The United States, known for its military prowess, casts a long and mighty shadow on the world stage, making Washington, D.C. a significant target in the event of a nuclear conflict. From the Pentagon, the world's largest office building, to the White House, the seat of the president, Washington, D.C. houses the nerve centers of the U.S. government. These high-value locations make it a potential bullseye. Combined with the fact that the U.S. has the most powerful military in the world, the city's strategic importance is undeniable. The city's rich history and iconic landmarks stand as testament to its influence. But in the chilling scenario of a nuclear war, such status may unfortunately render it a prime target. Moving on, we head back to Asia. Coming in at number 5, we have Islamabad, the capital of Pakistan. A city of immense strategic importance, Islamabad is not only the political hub, but also the nerve center of Pakistan's armed forces and nuclear program. Pakistan, a nuclear-armed nation since 1998, has a complex relationship with its nuclear arsenal, balancing the need for security against the risk of escalation. The country's uneasy relations with its neighbor India further complicate the situation. Both nations have a history of tension and conflict, and their shared border is one of the most militarized zones in the world. In a nuclear conflict scenario, Islamabad, as a decision-making center, would likely be a primary target. Pakistan's nuclear capabilities, coupled with the city's strategic importance and geopolitical tensions, put Islamabad in the spotlight in any discussion of potential nuclear strike targets. It's a sobering reminder of the high stakes in our globalized world. Leaving Islamabad, let's move to a city in Europe. At number 4, we find London, the capital of the United Kingdom. London's position on our list is not accidental. This grand metropolis is a powerhouse, both politically and economically. As a nuclear-armed NATO member, the United Kingdom is a key player in the global balance of power. London's influence extends far beyond its borders. The city is a beacon of international diplomacy, hosting embassies and consulates from around the globe. It's also a hub for international finance, with its bustling markets and financial institutions shaping the global economy. In the event of a nuclear conflict, its strategic importance can't be understated. Moreover, the UK's nuclear arsenal, with its Trident missile system, makes it a potential target in the unthinkable event of a nuclear war. London's status as a political, economic, and military hub would make it a strategic strike point. Next, we move to a city known for its technological prowess. Coming in at number 3 is Tel Aviv, Israel. Tel Aviv, the vibrant, sun-soaked city on the Mediterranean coast, is more than just Israel's economic and technological hub. It's also a key player in the geopolitical chess game that is the Middle East. Now let's talk about Israel's speculated nuclear capabilities. While the country operates under a policy of nuclear ambiguity, meaning it neither confirms nor denies having nuclear weapons, it's widely believed that Israel possesses a significant nuclear arsenal. This fact alone places Tel Aviv high on our hypothetical list. In addition to this, Tel Aviv's strategic location cannot be overlooked. It's positioned at the crossroads of Asia, Africa, and Europe, making it a potential target for various regional powers. The city's location, combined with the enduring regional tensions and conflicts, significantly increases its vulnerability in the event of a nuclear war. From the shores of the Mediterranean, we move to our penultimate city. At number 2, we have New Delhi, the capital of India. Unveiling a complex narrative of power and politics, let's delve into the strategic importance of this bustling city. New Delhi, a city steeped in history and culture, also happens to be the nerve center of India's political and military decision-making. Its significance is amplified by India's formidable nuclear capabilities. India, a declared nuclear weapons state, possesses a sophisticated arsenal of nuclear warheads and a wide range of missile systems to deliver them. But it's not just about firepower. The geopolitical dynamics in this region are quite intricate. India's tense relations with neighboring Pakistan, another nuclear weapons state, make New Delhi a potential target in any nuclear conflict scenario. The two nations have been embroiled in conflicts and tensions for decades, a fact that puts New Delhi squarely in the crosshairs. Finally, we arrive at our number 1 city. And finally, at number 1, we have New York City, USA. Known as the city that never sleeps, New York is not just a city, it's a global powerhouse. A pulsating heart of finance, commerce, and diplomacy, it stands as a symbol of power, influence, and prosperity. Wall Street, the United Nations headquarters, Times Square. These aren't just iconic landmarks, they're nerve centers of global operations. New York's economic and symbolic significance cannot be overstated. Its impact on global markets, its role in international politics, its cultural influence, all make it a strategic target in the unthinkable event of a nuclear war. Its dense population and concentrated infrastructure make it potentially attractive to those who would seek to disrupt the world order. While this countdown is purely speculative, it serves as a sobering reminder of the stakes involved in nuclear warfare. Let's hope such a scenario never comes to pass.